Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Parent Guide podcast, helping your teen overcome pornography addiction and your trusted companion in this challenge. I am your host, Matt Bulkley, a licensed clinical social worker, LCSW, and psychotherapist, and for the past 25 years, been working with families just like yours. And today, we're tackling a topic that's not just timely, but it's urgent in 2026, and that is how AI, artificial intelligence, is supercharging teen porn addiction and what every parent needs to know. Imagine this: your 14-year-old is alone in their room, scrolling on their phone late at night, and what starts as a curious click turns into hours lost in a world of endless, perfectly tailored, explicit content generated by algorithms that know them better than they know themselves. And unfortunately, this isn't science fiction. It is actually happening right now, and it is reshaping how our teens view sex, relationships, and even their own self-worth. According to a study here 3 years ago, 2023, Common Sense Media Report found 73% of teens between age 13 and 17 have encountered online pornography, with over half of them seeking it out intentionally. But that was 3 years ago, and with AI's rise, this exposure is more immersive, addictive, and damaging than ever before. In this episode, we'll explore how AI is transforming pornography, its profound effects on teen behavior and beliefs, and most importantly, for parents, practical steps that you can take to guide your child toward recovery, early intervention. If you're a parent and you're feeling overwhelmed by this, I want you to know that there is hope and change is possible. So let's dive in. Let's begin by unpacking how AI is revolutionizing the pornography industry, making it more accessible and enticing for teens. And this isn't just about more content. It's about smarter, more manipulative delivery systems that hook young minds. First, personalized content recommendations. Think about how, say, Netflix suggests shows based on your viewing history. Well, AI in porn platforms does the same, but with explicit material. Algorithms analyze what is being watched, how long they linger, and even their search patterns to curate feeds that keep keep them coming back to it. A 2025 study from the Addiction Center highlights how this personalization can lead to AI porn addiction, impacting real-life relationships and privacy, especially among adolescents. Research from Frontiers in Child and Adolescent Psychiatry noted that such tailored exposure parallels the post-traumatic symptoms seen in child sexual abuse cases, escalating consumption and emotional distress. So take a moment and consider the science here. A systematic review in the Journal of Sexual Medicine found that internet pornography exposure correlates with earlier sexual initiation and risky behaviors in youth. And with AI, this escalation happens faster because the content adapts in real time, pushing boundaries without the user even knowing that it's happening or even realizing it. So second, deep fakes and synthetic media. As you probably know, AI can now create hyper-realistic fake videos or images, often featuring celebrities or influencers, or even worse, manipulated images of real people, including your teen and their peers. This blurs the line between fantasy and reality in really dangerous ways. Report last year, 5 report from the American Academy of Pediatrics, discusses the psychological concerns of deepfakes, including the severe emotional harm to victims like humiliation and self-blame. Shockingly, 2025 Education Week survey revealed that 13% of teenagers actually know someone who's used AI to create or share deepfake pornography of minors. And another one in schools in Australia is noted by Australia's e-safety commissioner. Nudify apps are disrupting communities, leading to cyberbullying and long-term trauma. So these would be apps that allow the user to upload images and then to nudify them. So for teens, this means encountering content that feels personal and real, which can distort their understanding of consent. 2025 study from the Journalists and Writers Foundation warns that deepfakes undermine youth morality and privacy, fostering a culture of exploitation and a normalization of exploitation. So third, AI chatbots and what we would call virtual companions. These aren't just text-based. They're sophisticated programs that simulate emotional and romantic interactions with image and video, not just text, often laced with sexual elements. So a lot of times it will look maybe like teens start chatting for companionship, but it quickly turns explicit. A study at Stanford last year found that AI companions exploit teenagers' emotional needs, leading to inappropriate and harmful interactions. And NPR reported in late 2025, use of these chatbots is surging, potentially stunting social development and mental health. And back to that Common Sense Media survey that we referenced from 2023 showed that nearly 3 in 4 teens have used AI companions, with the risks including things ranging from grooming to addiction. So a devastating report from just this last year, 2025, from the Transparency Coalition revealed that over 50 hours of testing, AI chatbots groomed kids into either romantic or sexual relationships, and even offered drugs. So this creates attachments that mimic real relationships, but obviously lack genuine reciprocity and clearly are not real, but unfortunately leading to isolation. And finally, and this one's a big one, the automated content creation. AI generates endless new images, videos, scenarios on demand, flooding platforms with variety. 2025 news report from CBS noted a 26,362% surge in AI-generated child sexual abuse material detected online. So if you already thought that there was an endless stream of porn prior to AI, that the AI has only exploded it. So this infinite supply bypasses traditional filters, making it harder for parents to detect. And research from Springer over a study of 2024 and 2025 reviews how generative AI poses new risks to human sexuality, including for adolescents, which leads to worry. Will there come a time, for some anyway, that AI porn, sex robots, etc., will become the preference rather than seeking out real human relationships? And these AI advancements are not neutral. They're designed to maximize engagement, often at the cost of the well-being of the user, namely the teen. And as a therapist, I have seen firsthand how this tech intensifies addictive patterns, turning casual exposure of pornography into compulsive behaviors. All right, well, let's shift here a little bit. Let's turn maybe to what I would call the heart of the matter here, and that is, how does this AI-fueled pornography affect teen behavior, beliefs, and just overall mental health? And unfortunately, the effects are profound and multifaceted, and with the emerging research that we have, definitely backed by it. So first, it distorts views of intimacy and relationships. AI enhanced content often portrays unrealistic, formative sex that sets false expectations. Teens may come to believe that real relationships should mirror these scripted scenarios, leading to, well, dissatisfaction and pressure in real relationships. It's a 2012 review updated in more recent literature from Taylor and Francis shows internet pornography influences sexual attitudes and behaviors, which increases aggression and objectification. And with AI personalization, 2025 Fifth Avenue Psychiatry article on AI and sex addiction notes how it exasperates compulsive, addictive behaviors, harming real-life connections. Secondly, it increases secrecy and isolation. So these private AI interactions, like chatting with the virtual companion, encourage hiding habits from family and friends, and this secrecy breeds a shame and anxiety. An American Psychological Association APA 2025 advisory on AI and adolescent well-being highlights how deepfakes and non-consensual images can cause severe psychological impacts, including social withdrawal. So When a teen starts isolating online and starts engaging with an AI, a chatbot, a virtual companion, clearly this is going to lead to a greater proclivity for social withdrawal. A BYU report from 2025 on counterfeit connections compares AI companions to pornography, offering temporary escape but worsening emotional struggle. So it becomes just a quick temporary escape, a way to avoid or to numb from negative emotions. But then when it's over, the struggles are even worse. Third, desensitization and escalation. So tailored AI content reduces sensitivity over time, pushing teens toward more extreme material to achieve the same thrill. So Click2Pro's 2025 blog cites a study where 85% of porn addicts escalate into more explicit content. And with how much new porn AI creates, there is more explicit content to be discovered and used. Another recent study on teen over reliance on AI companions maps this to behavioral addiction framework, showing risks of dependence to where it becomes the primary source of coping for a teen whenever they are dealing with negative emotions. Fourth, confusion around consent and boundaries. So deepfakes and chatbots blur real versus fake, complicating teens' understanding of mutual respect. So the RAINNS 2025 fact sheet on tech-enabled abuse lists long-term effects like anxiety, depression, and PTSD. Overall research from MDPI in 2021 and then just updated last year in 2025 shows porn consumption leads to emotional disturbances, shame, and trouble forming healthy relationships. A 2025 Addiction Center piece warns that AI porn harms mental health, increasing addiction risks for minors. I mean, there is so much research emerging, and there's so much we have yet to know. But it's very clear pornography is being affected by the AI revolution, and this is contributing to the frequency and the intensity of the addiction for teenagers. So if your teen is struggling, showing signs like withdrawal, irritability, declining grades, remember, this is common and professional help can turn things around. So in my practice, therapy associates in St. George, Utah, and in our Star Guides program, we've worked with many families where early intervention made all the difference. So let's shift to that then. The good news is that you as a parent hold tremendous power to intervene and support your teen early. So here are some actionable, expanded steps grounded in evidence-based strategies that I want you to consider. So, and I cover this in almost every episode, but it's so important. Number one is to start with open, honest conversations. Create a shame-free space to discuss their online habits and listen actively without judgment. This builds trust. Studies show parental communication reduces risky behaviors. For instance, the Common Sense Media Report emphasized talking about porn early. Oh, and I know it probably feels like a broken record player. Addiction thrives in secrecy, and unless you start to have these open conversations, the chances to break the addiction are low. So there's got to be dialogue. Number two, educate about AI and media literacy. And here's the thing, we're all just learning about it. AI has really only hit our radars over the last year or two. So educate about it and educate about media literacy. Teach critical thinking. Explain that so much of the online content is fake or it's exaggerated. Resources like the Brooks 2024 guide on protecting from deep fakes can help, and incorporate family media plan to discuss AI risks. Last week's episode, we made available a family digital contract, and that may be a nice download that can help guide that. Next, set clear boundaries, use parental controls, limit screen time, monitor usage. Tools that block AI-generated content are still evolving, but there are some. Check an app like Mobisip, which addresses teen AI addiction. Encourage healthy alternatives. Talk about this one a lot too. Promoting activities, sports, weight training, arts, volunteering, music, hobbies to build self-esteem and real connections. So research from the e-safety commissioner from that Australia study shows that reducing reliance on AI companions prevents loneliness. So when they're connecting with real people as opposed to AI chatbots or virtual companions, that is the best way to prevent the isolation and the loneliness. And seek professional help when it's needed. If addiction signs persist, consult a therapist that specializes in adolescent pornography addiction. And of course, I always recommend the Recovery Toolbox for Teens, which includes the Breaking Free Workbook, the Parent Guide, 101 Tips for Quitting Porn. This trio of workbooks becomes an amazing guide for both you as a parent and for your teen, a structured approach to tackle the addiction head on. You can use it as part of a parent-led intervention, or you can use it together with an outpatient therapist as part of a professional intervention. And for severe cases where outpatient intervention is not going to be enough, and your role as a parent to have influence in your teen's life is no longer effective, then an intensive option like our Star Guides Wilderness Therapy Program, where we combine nature therapy and skill building, and really is the ultimate intervention to disrupt tech addiction issues, pornography, gaming, social media, and to create a reset. And if you are in Utah, Therapy Associates here in St. George, we offer a tailored support for teen pornography addiction. So reach out via our website. Remember, recovery rates are high with support, so don't hesitate to act. Parents, understanding AI's role in porn addiction equips you to protect and to guide your teen toward healthier choices. So start the conversation today. It could change everything. And if this episode has resonated, tune in, follow, subscribe for more insights. Try to put out a new episode every week, give you the latest in research, provide support, guide, and structure for this journey. So check the show notes. There's links to the Recovery Toolbox for Teens, for the Star Guides program, for Therapy Associates. I'm Matt Bulkley. Thank you for joining me today. I know your time is valuable. I hope you have found this helpful on the Parent Guide. And until next time, take care and keep fostering those real relationships.